Okay, in this graph you can see they gave us the curve, which is the red one. And then they also gave us the equation for the tangent line. And you can see both of those go through x equals 1. The thing about the slope of the tangent line is it has the same slope as the slope of the curve at that spot. So when they ask you to find the slope of the curve when x is 1, it's going to be the same as the slope of the tangent line when x is 1. And they gave us the equation of the tangent line. So what you need to do is just solve it for y. Okay, to do that, we're just going to subtract 5x from both sides. Then we have negative 3y, so we're going to divide everything by negative 3. Then you end up with y equals mx plus b. Now that's important because this slope right here is the slope of the tangent line when x is 1. Remember, the slope of the tangent line when x is 1 is going to be the same as the slope of the curve when x is 1. So they're both going to equal 5/3. Okay, final answer here is going to be 5/3. Okay, this is basically the same problem, but instead of finding the slope of the tangent line, we now want to find the slope of the normal line. Okay, we're starting with the exact same equation. We're going to solve it for y. And we're going to notice that the slope of the tangent line is 5/3. So I'm writing that over here. Slope of the tangent line is 5/3, but we need to find the slope of the normal line. So the slope of that line would be perpendicular to the slope of the tangent line. So to get a perpendicular slope, you have to do the negative reciprocal. So the 5/3 flips upside down, you get 3/5, but you have to add an extra negative. Okay, final answer. The normal slope is going to be negative 3/5. Okay, this one's kind of like a little puzzle. It says find the point on the graph of f of x equals x squared, where the normal line is parallel to this line right here. So if the normal line is parallel, it's going to have the same slope. So our normal slope is going to be 1/6. So I'll write it right here, 1/6. And that means our tangent slope is going to be the negative reciprocal. So it's going to be negative 6/1. We also know that our tangent slope is the same thing as the derivative. So the derivative of x squared is going to give us 2x. So that's the slope of the tangent line for any value of x. We know our tangent slope is equal to negative 6. So we can set this equal to negative 6. And then we can solve it. If you divide both sides by 2, you get x is equal to negative 3. Remember, we're trying to find the point. So we're going to use an x value of negative 3, but we got to plug it back into the function. Y equals x squared. So you plug in the negative 3, you get negative 3 times negative 3, which is 9. Final answer, negative 3, 9. Okay, it's asking us to find the equation of a tangent line. So our answer is going to be the equation of a line. So we already know we need a point, we need a slope. It already gave us the slope. It says the slope is 10. So now all we need is just the point, and we'll plug into that equation down there. Okay, how can we figure out where the slope is 10? Well, for this function, we know the slope is going to be 2x. It's just the derivative. So at what x value is the slope going to equal 10? Well, just set your slope equal to 10, or set your derivative equal to 10 and solve. Divide both sides by 2. You get x is 5. Now, if you know x is 5, you still got to find the y. But you can plug it back into the original function. F of 5 is going to equal 5 squared. So the y value will be 25. So now we have our slope and we have our point, which is going to be 525. And we can now plug into our equation down here. If we plug in, we get y minus 25 is equal to the slope, which is 10, and then x minus 5. Most people will just stop right there, but if you want to solve it for y, you would get, add 25 to both sides. Final answer, you get y equals 10x minus 25. Okay, we want to find the equation of the normal line. So again, it's the equation of a line to the graph of y equals x squared at this point. So that means when x is 3. Now, if we need the equation of a line, we have to have the point. We already have the point. And so we just need the slope. I know the slope of the tangent line. It's just going to be the derivative. So it's just going to be 2x. But we're not doing the equation of a tangent line, we're doing the equation of a normal line. So I got to figure out what the slope is when x is 3. So I can just plug a 3 here. Y prime of 3 is 2 times 3. So I'm getting 6. So the slope of the tangent line is going to be 6. That means the slope of the normal line is going to be negative 1 over 6. Okay, now I have everything I need. I have the slope that I need for my normal line, and I have the point that I need for my normal line. So now let's go ahead and write the equation of my normal line. Okay, equation of a line. Okay, I'm going to put my x value of 3 right here. And I'm going to put my y value of 9 right here. Now I'm going to use my slope of negative 1/6. And I'm going to put that right here. Okay, now I'm done. If I want, I can simplify. I have to distribute the negative 1/6 on both pieces. And also add 9 to both sides. Now on the right side, I'm adding 9. And I'm writing it as 18 over 2 so that I can add it with the 1 over 2. And now I'm done. There's my final answer. Okay, at the bottom, it's asking us a second question. It says, at what other point does this normal line intersect the curve? So we have our curve, we have our normal line, could be something like this. Our tangent line's probably here. But our normal line intersects twice. It intersects here and it also intersects there. So to figure out what the other point of intersection is, we just have to set the equation of our line equal to the equation of our curve and then solve it. The good news is that we know what one of the points is supposed to be. It's supposed to be x equals 3. So we should expect to have x equals 3 as one of our answers. So let's set our line equal to our curve and then we'll solve it. Okay, our curve was x squared. Okay, let's just solve this with our graphing calculator, see what it tells us. Okay, we can see our equation in the bottom left corner that we want to solve. We're going to start with f2, and we're going to choose the first one, which is solve. We want to solve for x, so I'm going to do comma x. Don't forget the right parentheses. Then I'm going to go back inside and put the equation. We'll push enter. It gives us two answers, x equals 3, which we already knew was supposed to be an answer. Another x value would be negative 19 over 6. Okay, let's write that down. Okay, that's just the x value, but to get the y value, we got to plug it back into the original function, y equals x squared. So if we just square the x value, we get the answer for our y value. Okay, 19 squared is 361, and that's our final answer. That would be this point over here.